Hello and welcome to this edition of WAOH TV. My name is Aaron Coleman, and I'm here with my special guest today, Caleb Yanno, Executive Director of the Akron Dream Center. Caleb, welcome.
Thanks for having me, man. So glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, for those who don't know, Caleb, what is the Akron Dream Center and how long has it been serving the community?
Yeah, so we are a faith-based nonprofit in East Akron. We've been serving the community for about going on 6 years now, since 2018. And we exist to help dreams come to life by sharing hope in Christ with underserved individuals in the Akron area. And we do that by providing relief and restoration for practical and spiritual needs. And so we have a variety of programs where we're meeting practical needs, usually like hunger and food and things like that. And then just building relationships, building community within the community and giving people hope, kind of serving as a symbol of hope in a pretty rough area in East Akron.
Yeah, definitely. And did you think that it would grow into what it ended up being today? I mean, obviously with some of the different things that you've been doing as far as serving those in need, as far as hunger and those things, did you think that it would end up being what it ended up being when you started it in 2018?
I think we always had the hopes of it growing to that. But I don't think we expected it to grow that fast. You know, for example, back in 2018, we started our backpack program, feeding kids in a local school, sending them home with food weekends. Mm-hmm. Right, so these are kids that were eating at school through free or reduced lunch, but weren't eating at home. And anyways, we started out serving 8 kids, just kind of doing what we could at the time. And here we are 5 years later, and we're currently serving over 520 a week.
Wow. Right,
and so the need is there, and you know, we've just grown pretty quickly, and it's been really awesome.
Definitely an impressive thing for sure. Yeah. And talk to me a little bit about the upcoming gala that you have on October the 13th at the Galaxy in Wadsworth. Mm-hmm. It's the 5th annual. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this is perfect timing because tomorrow, Friday, is actually the last day to register. It's our biggest fundraising event that we do, right? We're a nonprofit. And so we need money to be able to run the programs that we run, to be able to feed people in the community, do the mentoring programs, do everything that we do. It requires some money, right? And so It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. People, churches, and individuals will come out and support. Attendance is actually free. We have all the tables sponsored already through generous sponsors. But people can come out, and then we have a raffle, so they can buy raffle tickets, and we have I think this year we have 40 items or over 40 items, baskets, restaurants, we have some Browns and Steelers tickets, we have just a bunch of really cool stuff that people can put their raffle tickets in, and so that's how we raise money doing that. Yeah.
Sounds great. What could so you talked a little bit about what people could expect when they come through the door. Is there anything else that you could tell us about what people could expect?
They can expect some really good food. I don't know if you've ever been to Galaxy out in Wadsworth, but their food is great.
Yes.
It's one of the better, to me, I'm a foodie, so it's one of the better places in the area. And just really the whole atmosphere is like a celebration, right? We're raising money, but it's a celebration of what we feel the Lord is doing in East Akron and how he's growing us, like we said, in our reach in the community. And just what he's done over the past year and our ability to be able to reach people. And so it's just a fun time. We'll have some performances from some of our kids that we work with. Okay. We'll have, somebody share a message about, the importance of what we do and things like that. And it's just a really good time.
That's great. Is there any story that you could tell me from 2018 that really stood out to you as far as a person that you or your volunteers have served that they were down for a little bit, but then they came back and they said thank you or something like that? Can you share a quick story with us about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's several stories that come to mind. I'll just share the one that comes immediately to mind is a kid that we've been working with over the past few years. His name is DeMarcus. We call him Snook. And so we have a studio program where we teach music production and things like that. He started coming around to our block parties and hanging out, and I've always seen him as a leader. I don't know if he always saw himself as that, but he started coming to our studio program and really quickly picked up on the ability to write music and perform it. And so when he started coming, he was kind of just rapping about the stuff that typical people would rap about. That he probably wasn't really living, but he thought that's all he could rap about. And so we challenged him to, change your content and put out positive, uplifting music. And so he's really grown as a leader in the community, uses his voice through music. He's had the opportunity to perform all around the city and even different parts of the state. He's actually performing at our banquet. And we also had the opportunity to hire him through the summer to actually lead our studio program and help lead it. And so that's just a full circle moment of kind of coming in, learning, growing, and now he's leading and using his voice to lead others. It's really cool. Yeah.
Real cool, definitely. And speaking of people that are working for and volunteering for the Dream Center, like what's the staff look like? What's the volunteering look like as far as the Akron Dream Center?
Yeah, our staff is great. Our volunteers are great. We are very limited on actual paid staff, so we have part-time people who run our programs and things like that who are doing an awesome job, and they don't get paid enough, obviously, but we try to do what we can. But it's more about the passion behind it.
Yeah.
And then we're very much volunteer-driven, man. Like everything we do, we rely heavily on volunteers. Again, our volunteers are amazing. They do a great job. I would say that we don't have enough volunteers, which is probably an issue that most nonprofits run into, right? But those who do volunteer do an amazing job, but we can always use more. Yeah.
Okay, how can people find out about that?
Yeah, so on our website, www.akrondreamcenter.org, there's a tab that says Serve, so people can click that, and it'll have several different forms that they can click on to volunteer for whatever program they want to, or they can just send us an email at Akron, or they can send me an email at caleb@akrondreamcenter.org, and we can get them plugged in. Our phone number is also 330-400-4452. People can call, and any of those ways is a good way to get connected. Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for joining us, Caleb. We certainly appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man. It's an honor for sure.
All right. You can find out a little bit more about the Akron Dream Center at their website, akrondreamcenter.org. You can find this and other great interviews on the WAOH website, as all of our social media. Thanks to Caleb Yanno for joining us, and I'm Aaron Coleman saying thank you for watching. Make it a great day.